Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. And today is another review for Marriage Bootcamp Hip Hop Edition. This is season 18, episode 6. Got Cliff here with me. Say hey.
How you doing out there, TV land?
And we're going to go ahead and get this review started. Before we get started, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel with the notification bell on, that you hit the like button, and that you comment down below your thoughts on tonight's episode. Let's go ahead and get into it. It is going to be sex day, we find out, which is always a fun day.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about
sex.
Oh.
So, we already see that Brock and Amber, well, specifically Brock, is already in that mindset, but Amber is turning him down. So we're gonna see how that goes as the day goes by. But downstairs during breakfast, there's a conversation between Money and Tuff and Nori and Neri, and you know, everybody else was kind of at the table, but it was mainly between those two couples. And they were talking about the fact that Tuff cheated when he was 25, and at first they were trying to, like, well, not they, but at first Nori and Neri were kind of trying to make excuses for him, because, like, you know, he was young, he was dumb, you know, excusing it as if that is really an excuse. I still don't feel like that's an excuse, so I wasn't on their side with that. But then Tuff breaks it down and was just like, you know, this is the life that he's seen. His daddy had 2 families. His granddaddy had 2 families, and it was seen as fine. The women might not have wanted it, might not have been okay with it, but they didn't leave because at the end of the day, the man was providing for the house and they didn't really need or want for anything. And so pathologically, he felt like it was okay, and he said he cheated, you know, and he takes accountability and apologizes for not giving Money the choice, because Money was like, that's not, in his life, cheating was not a deal breaker in his family, but she said that cheating is a deal breaker for her, which also, Money, is not true, because if cheating was a deal breaker for you, then you would be gone by now. This is 13 years later, and you're still holding on to it. So yeah, you know, it did affect you and you weren't okay with it, but it clearly wasn't a deal breaker, because if it was a deal breaker, the deal would have been broke. We wouldn't be here. Have anything?
I'm playing devil's advocate.
Oh, you and this devil's advocate.
On the 25 years and older, I do believe there's time in both the young man and the young lady's life. We just, you know, you gotta get that out there, you know. Gotta party a little bit.
But you don't do that. No.
Bit, you know,
but you don't do that while you have somebody pregnant.
Drink a little bit.
No.
Hey.
No.
Hey.
No.
Hey.
No. Once, if you, I understand, you know, we have all been young. We've all made our young mistakes. When you have someone pregnant, when you have a child coming into this world, you have to start thinking with something other than your dick.
First of all, stop before you get flagged from YouTube.
I'm just saying. At that point, you have to start thinking about the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is not having sex with multiple women while your girl is over here pregnant with your baby. That's not a mistake. That's not being young and dumb. That's being reckless.
You know what I'm saying?
And selfish.
When you're 25, you're supposed to be selfish.
Now, when you have a baby coming into the earth, you have no room.
I'm not going to speak on that comment, you know. I feel like that's a topic for another day, right? Matter of fact, if you're interested in having Beasto Styles do a video on pro-choice, put a comment down below.
That has nothing to do with being pro-choice.
It has everything to do
That
with
is not. That is a different conversation. That is a completely different conversation.
I think it's the same conversation.
That is a completely different conversation.
It's the same conversation.
It's not. Because they wanted to have the baby. If they didn't want to have the baby wouldn't be here. They wanted to be in a relationship. If they didn't want to be in a relationship, they wouldn't be here. So that's not it. He wanted to have his cake and eat it too.
Yeah. You want to party a little bit, drink a little bit.
And so are you saying that that's right? Because he was 25, that makes it right? No.
I'm saying everybody.
25, you're old enough to know.
Time out. Viewers. Who you raising your voice at? Because you are aggravating me. I'm gonna need you to calm that down.
25, you are old enough to know.
He's 25 years old. She's 25 years old. I feel like sometimes you're just young and you think you can conquer the world. And that's just what it is. It's a mentality thing. If he wasn't there mentally to be in this long-standing committed relationship, hey, they both decided to continue this relationship. Both.
Not really though. So we sitting at the table and we all still on our emotional high because Tuff done took accountability. Today is gonna be a good day. What we gonna do today, the couples are discussing, and Treasure is sitting there with an attitude. So Brock asked her, you know, you all right, you good? She said, I'm uncomfortable. She walked away from the table. Molly begins to go into, I'm always the bad guy. Y'all see that? If y'all my friends, y'all stick up for me. Why is she the victim? Da, 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 da. So then Treasure comes back and sits back down and basically blows up the spot. You know what I'm saying? Blows up the spot. And let it be known what we all kind of had a bit of a suspicion about. That they chose to come into this house as a couple in order to further their careers. Not because they are really a couple, but because they are in cahoots.
To be expected. I think all of them are like that. Except for Nori and Neri.
And I don't think Money and Tuff are like that. I think, I've thought that Treasure and Molly were not in a serious relationship, especially knowing Molly's like proclivities and the things that he's been dabbling and convicted of. And then I don't think that Brock and Amber are in a relationship either. So that really, it don't surprise me none. So now what they gonna do is my question.
So, to the producers, if you want to fix this, actually get married couples.
On marriage boot camp.
Yeah, I need y'all to produce a certificate.
Cutting edge.
I don't know. Show me your past 3-year tax returns.
Show me your paperwork.
Yeah, and not only do you need to be married, you have to, I think a minimum 5 years.
Not a minimum 5 years. Yeah. I just need to see the papers.
It takes a business 5 years to get it, into the black. I need your marriage to be 5 years before you can get on this television show.
I just at least want to see the papers. At least.
If you married, the first 2 years supposed to be a honeymoon phase.
That's what they say, but yeah. That's not always true. First 2 years.
And then it gets rough in year 3. And then y'all about to kill each other in year 4. Then y'all find love again in year 5.
Is that how that goes? Is that how it went?
Yep.
I don't think that's how it went.
She tried to kill me twice. We're gonna keep this documented.
I am taking all of this out.
If I pop up missing, this was a cry for help.
I'm taking all of this out.
All of what?
All of this. It ain't gonna see the light of day.
Mm-hmm. Yo, pause it. Oh my God.
You felt forced to. I felt forced.
She got raped out here.
And that's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. So okay, hold on. So the blow up has happened, okay, and now Treasure is she's letting it all out. She's letting it be known about how they never really had a relationship. The only reason why he wanted to come on this show was to try to save his image because y'all know he's tied up in the court systems. We talked about that already. She claims that he's been paying people to lie on his behalf. He's a liar. He's a manipulator. The only time that they ever had sex was when she first got out here to LA, and the only reason why she did it was because he basically forced her to take drugs in order to do it. And she said she took it, but she felt forced to take it. So yeah. So now Dr. Ish and Judge Toller feel like it's best to separate them from the group, and we're getting a one-on-one conversation with Dr. Ish and Treasure, where she's just basically saying that all of this was a fraud. She came for this check. She needed the check. It's COVID. She got bills to pay. But she is making the accusation that she was basically Bill Cosby'd by Molly.
My thoughts about Treasure, I can't even right now. I need a hit part. I need a minute to collect myself.
Well, collect yourself
and
now.
Then ask me the question. Don't tell me you're triggering me. You're triggering me. Triggered. I'm triggered.
No more crown for you.
I don't even have crown.
Shooting. No more Jamaican rum.
That might be what it is.
No more Jamaican rum for you before shooting. What do you think about Treasure?
I think it's sad. So one, it's obvious that they had an agreement coming into this.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe her expectation of what was going to happen and the actuality of what is happening is like night and day.
It is. It is because you can't sit up in therapy and fake a relationship.
Yeah, and then now I think it's more like to me the toxicity to this level didn't really occur to like 2 episodes ago where they was really at each other's throat. That might have been the night of, where she felt pressure into, giving up the buns.
It could have been. It could have been a combination of really seeing. I didn't know who I came in here to sign up and do this with, but now I'm really starting to see, and I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit scared. I don't really want to do this no more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and especially you're here drinking, popping drugs, having intercourse with a man you really did not want to have intercourse with.
All right, let's see what they're gonna do about it.
One, I definitely feel sorry for Treasure and this experience that she's going through. But Dr. Ish said he was gonna be, one-sided going into it, talking
non-biased.
He was gonna be non-biased talking to Molly, and he's coming off very like the feds right now.
But I think it's also aggravating when you're talking to someone who's blatantly lying to you. Because at the end of the day, separate and apart from these allegations, y'all came in here on a lie.
Right, his conversations with Treasure about that, because they both lied.
They both lied.
His interaction with her is completely different from his interaction with Molly.
I think the difference is Treasure right now is being seen as a victim. Had that not transpired, and if it was just about them faking their relationship, the conversation would have been a lot different when it pertaining to Treasure. But you're not gonna go in hard on her right now when she is saying that she felt victimized. That it doesn't help. She's coming out clean about everything. Molly is still sitting here lying. He's still lying. The truth is out, but you're still lying. So now you're showing a pattern.
Yeah, I get you.
So I mean, no, Dr. Ish said he was gonna go in there and be non-biased, but it's kind of hard to be non-biased when I'm sitting here. The facts are here's what it is.
And you're still lying.
And you still lying.
Deny.
Keep the lie alive. Like, no. Molly, like, no. And they just need to I would be, as a producer of this show, I would be very upset. Number one, The show is going downhill. I remember when Marriage Boot Camp started back early seasons. You know, we on 18. I'm talking about early seasons when it was regular people that were actually married. Meanwhile, in the last 2 seasons, we getting the DV on one episode. This year we get an SA. It's becoming a bit much.
I'm just saying, you know, the people who are finding these people and interviewing these people and selecting these people, they need to be fired.
They're failing.
Fired.
Failing.
Y'all need to go work for Mona.
It's like something. Because this is not Love and Hip Hop. We don't need these contrived storylines. We want to see real couples with real issues working through real ish. With Dr. Ish. Not just picking whatever couple you can to get to the bag to get, like, I'm aggravated.
I feel sorry for Judge Tope. You know, she don't need this blemish on her resume.
I mean, she is too distinguished for this. But she did go in. She did go in to talk to Treasure to see if Treasure wanted to move forward legally in any way. Treasure says that, you know, she just wants to get home, collect herself. She wants to just kind of, she's never been in a situation like this, and she just kind of wants to gather herself before deciding on what to do. I don't think that, honestly, I don't think that Treasure would move forward with anything legally. But I feel like at the end of the day, given Molly's reputation already and the things that he's not only been accused of but convicted of, just by putting that allegation out there, people can already gather their, you know, their opinions by it.
And it's like seasons like this, it's just messing up the credibility of the show. It's like, you know, we watch this to see the celebrities we enjoy watching on the big screen, seeing that they, you know, that they're actually, you know, people like, you know, you and me, and they go through things.
I actually, to be honest with you,
they work through things.
But to be honest with you, I actually enjoyed Marriage Boot Camp more when it was just regular people. Like, it wasn't as gimmicky when it was these reality stars, because there have been a lot of relationships since they started doing these reality stars that have been fake. Like Soulja Boy and, who was it? Soulja Boy and Nia, was it Nia Riley? That whole situation, like Lil Fizz and the girl he came up there with that season. Like, it's been a lot of fake relationships on this show since they started doing reality stars. And if nothing else, stop hitting it because you're making it shake. And if nothing else, this should make them rethink. Like, I know the reality stars bring views, but I thought it was a good show when it was regular people.
Yeah, it just turned into D-list celebrities.
Yeah, and
trying to make their little checks to live above their means. But it's all good.
All right, let's
We
get
still
back to
gonna
it.
review it for y'all though.
We still gonna watch it. We gonna watch the mess, but we don't necessarily like the mess like that. All right, so they have separated Molly and Treasure from the group. Treasure decided that she's gonna go home, so she addressed the rest of her castmates, let them know that, you know, they didn't really get to know her as well as she would have wanted. She doesn't want any sympathy. She appreciates the time that she had in the house, and she would be leaving. The cast seemed like, you know, shocked, I'm sure, and some of them really felt bad to see Treasure leave. You know, she started off being the annoying person, says Nori, and ended up quickly becoming one of the favorites. Because of all of the confusion and kerfuffle of the day, nothing happened. They were sent to bed early, which wastes the rest of the boot camp's day. Next day is going to be sex day. So they wake up. Y'all already know sex day is the day where we pull out the puppets. Molly is still in the house, but it hasn't been determined what will happen with him. He is kind of like sectioned off, quarantined with security, because they don't want him to be a distraction to the rest of the couples. And clearly he can't participate in sex day, even if he does stay singularly.
Man, I just think they got him sectioned off just in case Treasure hit them with that, I think I want to press charges. We know where he's at.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
You tell the police.
but they you think they gonna send him home?
Yeah, he's going home.
I feel like they should send him home. I felt like last season they should have sent Tahiri home. Tahiri, you know, but they kept Tahiri. So I don't know. They might keep him, but in my opinion, send them both home. First of all, there's no reason for you to be here. Y'all lied.
Yeah. One.
So why would I keep you here? Yeah. And not only did you lie, I feel like that's some type of breach of contract or something. I feel like whatever monies you received, run me back my ducats. I hope you enjoyed the stay. Now run me back my ducats. That's what I think. There's no reason for you to stay here under a lie.
One, you lied. Two, you're not a legitimate couple at the married couple program. So that means the help that you need is definitely not available here. Because that's not what we're about. We can help you provide that. We can get you some numbers. Hope you have good insurance.
Right.
Because therapy's not cheap.
Okay.
And three, for all my young ladies out there, please just be careful and be mindful of, the dudes in which you associate yourself with. Because the situation in which Treasure was in is it's not conducive to starting any kind of healthy relationship.
It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate.
Has to be consensual each and every time.
Yep. So the first couple up is Amber and Brock with their dolls. The dolls are always just the funniest thing to me because they go out of their way to make the dolls look like the people. I wonder if they get to keep the dolls. Basically, the issue really comes up between Amber and Brock about his sexuality again, and Amber feeling like she's not sure if he just wants her or if he wants her and somebody else. And Dr. Ish says that could some of it be her taking on the opinions of social media, her family, friends, and things like that. And she says that could be part of it. Brock says if not for those people, they would be engaged to be married. She doesn't agree with that, but they both believe, I guess, that they will be further along in their relationship. Then we get Money and Tuff. And Money seemed to enjoy their interactions with their puppets, okay?
When I got from Money, she enjoyed getting her back blown out. She ain't about giving no dome, though.
That's basically what it is. She feels like that is off limits to her ever since he cheated, and she doesn't know if she'll be able to get back to that place. And Dr. Ish says if you can't, forgive, forget, and move forward, essentially, then it's time to let each other go. The last puppets that we see are Nori and Neri, and basically, just like how Neri does all the work outside of the bedroom, apparently she does all the work inside the bedroom too. She wants some help. Nori just...
this is a good time to bring in our sponsor, Blue Chew.
Look, speaking into existence, I'll let Blue Chew sponsor us. So then Judge Toller comes out looking good in her green suit. You know how Judge Toller do, honey. She comes out and gives her evaluation. She says to Nori and Neri, y'all done been together for a long time, and sometimes you can think that you know what your partner wants, but you have to be, as women, we have to tell the men short, straightforward, give them direct directions, and give them grace when they F it up. Amber and Brock, they have to build their own country, their own nation. They have to be their own team. They have to set their own rules. They have to make their own decisions and leave it within them. It ain't for the outside world. It is for them. With Money and Tuff, they got to just decide if, now that they done had their breakthrough, if their breakthrough is enough to actually move forward or to just separate and call it a thing. At the end of the day, we're going to see if Molly is going to be staying. Molly gives all these excuses about how he came here to work on himself and how he really thought he could benefit from the program, and how even though the relationship was fake, he knew that he could learn something. Blah, blah, go home.
Straight like that.
Alright, that's it. That's all we have for this week's episode of Marriage Boot Camp. You have any final thoughts?
Hey, just remember, drop down in the comment.
And we'll see y'all next week for another one. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and we'll see you. Peace.